Hey, it's Mark. I've got another video. I'm just going to go through some stocks real quick. I'm just going to blast through these and I try out some new camera stuff, so we'll see what happens. I've been looking at these solar stocks lately. The TAN is the ETF for the solar companies. TAN's just been breaking down constantly. The TAN's been really divergent from everything else. Like, it's just going down constantly. It's a really good short. Like, solar's been weak for a long time. The other one, I've got a position in JKS. JKS is breaking down too. It's just a constant breakdown at this point. And the other one in that industry I like short is Maxin, MAXN. It's actually got more potential, I think, for volatility because it had that huge gap down after earnings. You see a gap down a lot after earnings, so it's a very weak stock, and it's just kind of goes along with these solar stocks. Have just been super weak, so I expect some more weakness from this one too. That's a good short watch. So like the TAN, JKS, and the Maxin right now. I haven't really done a super in-depth look at solar stocks, but those are the ones that just caught my eye with the charts. Some of the other ones I like short are GNS. GNS, I alerted that one yesterday. I was talking about it, and it did have a nice breakdown. It could just keep going because that's the way these things have been going sometimes, but I like this one short. I think it's gonna be a lot lower in the next couple months. The other ones I've been looking at short, I just found PAVS. It's another supernova, and it's above the upper Bollinger Band right now, and it's kind of the same setup as these other supernovas. They just go up, a lot over the span of like a week or so, and then they come down. Like the RAD has been really nice. It's actually been a perfect one because I noticed it back up there. It had that red candle above the upper Bollinger Band, and I shorted this one with puts, along puts, and this has just been perfect. Really, it's just every day it's down every day now. So eventually it will bounce, but I've been pretty lucky with this one. Just getting at the right time with that breakdown right there. It had a serious breakdown. So that's another one that could actually just keep on winding. The other one that I just found is HKIT. It's actually an IPO, and it's not up quite as much as some of these other ones have been, but this is one to watch too. Maybe it'll go higher, and we'll get a better entry. The Siri, it's another one I think is gonna just keep on winding, keep going lower consistently. I think that was the big run it had. It was back earlier in the month or in late July. Some of these other ones I've been looking at, they're kind of come back into play. These shorts like CHGG, that's been disrupted a lot by AI. It's in a nice downtrend now too, and I like this one short. That's one to watch for a short or a puts. It's got puts too. You see when it fades, it just goes down day after day. Pretty much happened after they had a bad earnings call where they admitted that AI was hurting their business. So it's kind of gone nowhere since, and I expect it could easily just keep downtrending. The other ones I've been looking at, Getty, I think it's gonna come back down. That's still a good short watch. And the SSTK is the same, pretty much the same business. But I know the SSTK, they've been talking about using AI, so I think the Getty is probably a better short. And the Peloton, I took gains in my puts today. I just had to lock it in because it's been pretty much in a straight line down for so long. It's getting into the oversold territory, short term at least. It's got a lot of support levels around 7, and actually at 714. So it's getting really close to some major support levels at about 714, 715. So I'm pretty happy with that trade. That was a good one. let's go through some other shorts. The TSVT's coming back too. I knew it would bounce, but it's a good one, still short. It's just kind of been dead. And the Ally, I've been watching that one too. It just failed at this trend level right there. It just took out that trend support that goes all the way back to March. So this one's I'm gonna keep watching too. Like, I want to see what it does the next day and see if it actually tries to reclaim this trend line. The TLRY reclaimed the trend line today. That was one of the few good strong stocks out there that's a decent company or that has some prospects. Like, I see a lot of the stocks up today that don't really have much fundamentals. I mean, there's the Chinese stocks I talked about, and it was kind of a bad day for the bulls today. So let's go to some other long watches. I don't think I have any of these right now, but the SOUN is still acting well. I mean, once it broke that downtrend, it's just been chugging along, and it held up pretty well. It held up pretty well relative to the rest of the market today. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this one just keep popping. The SOUN, it's an AI play. A funny one I saw the Fannie Mae, or the FNMA. That one popped huge today, and it's kind of trying to bottom here. It took out that resistance there, and it's got an uptrend. So it kind of trades like a call option. So I don't know. I was kind of surprised to see that, because these have just been hammered for a long time. But they do have pops sometimes. The other one is FMCC, and it's pretty much the same thing. They big mortgage holder, and it had a similar pop. It was like 20% today. Both of them were 20%. So those were kind of interesting. Those are something to watch. Maybe see if they get some follow through. But they're pretty much just like really speculative options at this point. Some other longs. I think that's about it that I like for longs right now, or at least for new positions. The PPH is still kind of hanging in there. This one I think is a good chance of holding up with the market, even if the market's sideways. It's got trend support. It's gonna probably might look to test there. So it's one of the few long ETFs I would want to be in. The ROVR is doing well too. It's kind of hanging in there. We'll see what happens. It's got that big level was 652. I want to see it break 652 for a long, but right now it's doing pretty well. So probably these cannabis ones. The other one is SNDL. SNDL was really good today too with the Tilray, and it broke out of a bit of a base there. Good volume today. SNDL. It's another. Actually, I think that's a cannabis play. Let me check, because it just ran. It ran with the other ones. So very few sectors were strong today. Yeah, it's a marijuana cannabis company, SNDL. So that's another one to watch with the Tilray for the cannabis plays. A lot of these other long watches and stocks I'm in are just getting wrecked. So the mood may be switching to shorts here. So we'll see. It seemed today there wasn't much strength even in small caps, like just as the FNMA these cannabis and just a handful of random stocks like the Chinese. So it was kind of a bad day for the markets. And the SOXX, it's still in that channel. Like I took a bit of a gamble here that it's going to crack this, because I think it's going to come down. It's going to respect this trend line or this channel support, and it's come down. So those are the technicals to look at for the SOXX, this channel here, and that level there. It's got a level there. QQQ, it's still taking out support. It came down like I thought it would to come close to this channel support, because it's in a channel too. You see the clear channel. It's in a downtrending channel. So it looks like it may try to bounce tomorrow, or it may just keep going. It felt like today it might just keep going, but we'll see. I think China's probably going to bounce too at some point. It's really oversold. I had to take profits in the FX side, puts today too. We'll look at that. See, it's pretty oversold in the short term. See, it's pretty much down straight for the whole month, so it's gonna probably try to catch this level back here from July. But I'm still bearish on China, but today was just a good day to lock in some profits. But these other international ETFs have been coming on too, so like EWZ, really bad print today, so I still like that short. And the INDA, when it comes down fast, so it still has support that it could test down around 42s, so around 43. So I'm looking for that one to come down more too. It's in a down channel too. Let's look at the banks. The regional banks pretty much tested that major level here. It's going to be tomorrow is the big day for that. So we'll see what the regional banks decide to do here at this support level. It's got the major long-term trend line support too that goes back to May. So big level, big days, big couple days coming up for KRE, and that might decide IWM too. And IWM, it's the same as these other indices. See this down channel. The down channel on this IWM is even tighter than the other ones. Like you can see, it's just super tight here, and it tested what came down to channel support there. So we may try to bounce. It'll probably try to bounce there, but we'll see. The other ones, as far as longs, I don't have any. Like I went through a lot of long scans, and there's just nothing really brewing. I mean, the best one would probably be the ROVR if it hits the 653, and that's about it really. Like some of these have gotten annihilated, like Array, that was a good one, but the earnings busted it up. So Google actually broke this trend line. It's got this long-standing trend line, and it broke down through. It's still kind of holding this channel though. It's in the channel here, so I'm not super giddy to short it right now. Like I want to see it crack this level here a little bit, or get a wide-ranging day, or just some kind of indication that sellers are heavy. Let's see if I have any that I missed. Yeah, I still got the VLY puts too, but that's basically a regionals and banks fade trade. I think this one's going to come down to around 850. The VLY, I've got some puts on that, and let me see what else I have puts on that I missed. I do have the Siri puts, Siri, FNKO. That's another one of these slow faders. It's a really good short chart. This one looks good still. I've still got the ADT puts. That one's been trying to hang in there. We'll see. I think their business is gonna have a lot of competition in the future with AI and robots. Like I've been seeing more and more of these companies put out videos of these robots that can move really well. So you hook up a robot with a sensor and lasers, and you get a pretty good. You can get a good security system, at least an extra security, just to have a robot around that could be just another tool for taking pictures, kind of like a doorbell camera. Like those doorbell cameras, they're really good for capturing criminals on the doorbells cameras. But I mean, maybe ADT has something brewing up their sleeve, but it seems like they're just an old-fashioned security company. And I think that's about it for watches. I'm just double checking these watch lists here to make sure I got everything. Yeah, the energy's been bad too. That one kind of did a fake out. So those are some of the ones that I like. I do have actually I did put on I put on the ROVR calls, just a small position just to see to get ahead of it in case there's like a gap up. But I like these shorts a lot more. I think these Supernova ones are really good. They'll be good ones. These shorts like the PAVS and the GNS. There's going to be a lot of downside in these at some point. And the Fate is a good. This Fate's been a perfect short too. It's just down every day, and I think I have puts on that one too. Maybe I don't. I think I missed that one, but that's been a really good one. Yeah, I think that's about it. Like, still got I got the C and K calls. I'm pretty much getting wrecked on these calls, but I think these puts are going to start to pay off. It looks like a lot of technicals are staying bearish. The C and K. Yeah, C and K's been doing pretty well considering. C&K might be a flag here. I don't have a lot of faith in it at this point. I just have I have more faith in these short solars and the supernovas and these fades. I found there's a lot of stocks showing up in these short scans. So I'll just wrap it up there, and I'll catch you next time.